Hello, my name is Trevor, and this is week 10 of our MySQL project. So I'm going to go over all the things we added since last week. So this week, as you can see, we're adding a select a project up here in the operations. So we have that. And then down in the switch, I also added a section for the select project. In that we created the select projects over here. It uses list project to grab the list so we can see what projects we're working with. The project ID, get input from the user. The current project is set to null so that it'll erase the previous project that you're looking at if you're looking at one. And then if not, it'll just pull up the projects. Yeah, and then next we'll go to the service. And here we can see we have the fetch all projects and fetch project by ID that we are using for that other section in the app. So this one just returns it to the DAO. We'll look at that more later. Same thing with the bottom here, but it throws a no such element exception if it can't get to this, and it'll say project with ID number, whatever does not exist. So that way, if someone enters a number that is not in that's not in bounds, it'll throw an exception for the no such element. So next we will go over to our project DAO, where we added most of the stuff for this week. So the fetch all projects like we were talking about earlier, our SQL code up here, select all from project table, order by project name, tries, gets a connection. If it gets a connection, goes to the prepared statement, which then goes to the result set. If that works, it creates a list called projects. That's a new linked list, and then it'll extract all the information from the result set, and then it will return the project. And then it'll catch rollback exception, throw a DB exception, and then a SQL exception, which was helpful because I did have problems earlier with it. And then almost same exact thing with the fetch project by ID. We got our SQL code, the connection, prepared statement, result set, a couple of catch exceptions down there, except for this time we have this object is null part that'll get the material step and categories from the later sections. And then fetch categories. So we're going to have three. They're all going to be relatively the same. We got the categories, we got the steps, and we got the materials. The category is just a little different because it also has to reference the project category table. So a little bit of SQL code, our try blocks, prepared statement, results set, extract, return the categories, return the steps, return the materials. And as we can see when we run it, I will press 3 to get the list of the projects. We're going to be looking at this number 2 project. And as we can see, everything's pulled up. The ID, the project, estimated hours, actual hours, difficulty. The ID, as you can see, it says grab your laptop. And all this was input into MySQL, and it now comes out here. And next week, we'll look into actually adding the things that will pop up in the material step categories through the code.